Hey there, Momo here, coming at you today to talk about Base and why I bought it, and we're just going to talk about the market and my decision here and just some random things. So Base Introduced is a new project. I actually can't tell you much about it. Let's look it up in real time. It has something to do with Coinbase, and the reason that I bought this, I guess the proof is in the pudding, so I don't really know much about this, but I bought it because I saw that it is from or associated with Coinbase, something to do with they made their own L2 or something, and this is a commemorative NFT. And the reason I bought this is because of, well, there's not one simple reason. I wish it were so simple, but these kinds of things are a combination of many different factors all of the time. They all just add up and have different weights. So right now, this has the context of these recent open editions doing well sometimes. The checks one kind of kicked this whole thing off and made everybody excited about the idea of these cheap or free open editions shooting up in value and becoming worth quite a bit. And it's happened several times. Without going too deep in the novelty, this is going to get long and I actually want to make this a quick video. We're going to try to keep it under 5 minutes, but without going too much into it. Novelty and speculation fuels a lot of the valuations and expectations and attention within NFTs. Those are really important factors, and that's why we saw after checks there were a lot of copycat projects, and this happened as well. This year we have two really good examples. 6529's meme cards had some really clear-cut copycats. The complaint card, there's so many people ripping it off, and influencers are doing versions because the meme cards did really well, and it had everybody's attention because it's this new hot thing, and the novelty and the speculation. Like, it was this really well, and it still is a really well designed sort of Ponzi thing, and it just had everybody's attention. And because of that novelty and attention, it spawned all these spin-offs, and those also have a chance to do well because they still are capturing the novelty. It's still like a new concept to people, this idea of these cards, and you're collecting them, and the way that the allow lists work, and it's a smart structure, and it had everybody's attention, and people were looking for the next one so they can get in early on that new thing, and some of them did well and a bunch of them didn't. And that's just how stuff works. Like, even outside of the NFT space, that's how trends work. Things come in and out of fashion based on novelty, and then they get overdone. So looking at this Base project, coming back to that and coming back to what's going on now, so something that we've seen as well with checks and other big projects and in general, that people have significance with numbers, and this maybe ENS kicked off the trend. Although it's, I don't know, low token counts have always been a thing, sort of in variation, but right now they're in vogue. And that's the important thing, is that they're kind of novel right now. People are going after low token counts for these really big collections. Checks brought it back into vogue. It was sort of popularized. I would say ENS did it the biggest with like the 3-figure, 4 or 5-figure ENS clubs and stuff. So people value low token counts with these big collections. And I'm coming up in 4 minutes. We're going to go super fast. So knowing people value low token counts and knowing that checks did well and seeing this repeat a few times over the past maybe 4 weeks or so. I don't know how long this meta has been going on for, but we knew pretty well that these low token counts would be value high. Here I'm looking at 1 through 1,000. We're seeing these cells are all at pretty big numbers, even though the floor is 0.005, 0.007. These are way above floor, totally just based on token count. So seeing this collection pop up, seeing that it's this like open edition from Coinbase, they're not just going to disappear, and knowing pretty well that people are going to speculate on the low token counts or just get them for their collectability, it was a good idea to try to get some. As opposed to botting a bunch of the mints and getting, let's say, 100 of these for whatever it would cost in gas. It would probably be like 0.3 or something in gas to do that many, and get kind of more gambling on the random tokens. You see this is 38,558, like we're in the 30,000s. Gambling on that somehow becoming worth something. It's a more safe bet based on the recent past and precedent that's been set to go for these low token counts. So that's what I did. Let's go find my trade here. I just immediately fired up the bot. Like, I still don't even know what this is, but I fired up the bot and started shooting out offers and got this 0.04 accepted on token 194, or yeah, 0.04 earlier today. So that's 194. I don't really see anything in the hundreds. Here's the 217 that sold for 349. If we get into the hundreds, here's a 162 for 0.5. They were going for 0.5 earlier, 182. So I could have got 0.5 for sure, probably higher. I'm just gonna chill on it. I'm not in a hurry. The whole thesis behind this is that these low token counts just get more rare and more valuable the bigger the collection grows. We're gonna assume that Coinbase isn't just gonna disappear, and hopefully I'll sell this low count on some kind of pump. Maybe this is the pump. I'm not gonna be bothered if it goes down from here. I paid 0.04 for it, and I'm happy to just kind of speculate. I got a good number. Anything under 1,000, just based on the past, was probably good. And that's why I'm gonna hang on to my 194 or whatever, because maybe these go to 1.2 ETH or something off of some kind of hype. The reason I'm saying that too is because I think this mint closes on Sunday, so we have a little bit of time. Just gonna let it cook and see what happens when the mint closes and this is truly capped. There are only so many low numbers, and we'll see what I can get out of it. So that is a thesis behind this. I would like to talk more about why checks did well and how to identify those kinds of plays early instead of late, but I don't have time in this video. We're already over 5 minutes, so remind me and bug me to do it, and maybe I'll knock that out sooner than later. So hopefully this is useful. Let me know if you have any questions. As always, happy to help, and see you around. Oh yeah, I almost forgot to point out, this was alerted in the mint alerts at 8:17 at 5 mints. We saw that it was 5 top minters at 463 tokens. This is a really good ratio, actually. 3 diamond hands, like just really good stats at only 440 wallets. This is a no-brainer mint right here for a free mint. If you saw this alert, I missed it myself. At 8:21, this was about 4 minutes later, the 10 went off. This was definitely worth watching. Looking at if you saw these alerts, you see that it did go up at the 10 wallet alert and went to 1,300. That would be the token ID. But over here, if you got in right after the 5 and saw that these numbers added up to a good mint, there was actually plenty of time to get in on this at the sub 1K for free and even bought this mint. I wasn't here, I was at an appointment. Unfortunately, I missed it, but that is the power of these alerts. If you were just chilling this morning and not paying attention to anything, that's the beauty of these, and you see the alert come up, you let it get your attention and go check it out, do your quick DD. This looks good, like Ethereum L2. You just like go check it that it's free real quick and just go mint it because it's free. Would have been a really good mint because those are going for, they were 0.5 earlier for these sub 1K tokens. So that is the power of the mint alerts and how to use them. And just wanted to point that out because it's worth mentioning. All right, that's the end for real now. See y'all around.